Welcome to another episode of St Vincent, Untold Stories. Do you remember that we did an episode already with the great Iso Lynch, the man who could change into anyone? Yes, man. We have some new updates on Mr. Lynch. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon. And get everyone in the house to hear this episode. Cause I'm sure you'd want to hear this one and many, many more like this one. Let me just give you a small recap. I did an episode already with Iso Lynch. When he used to go wrong and play police officer and other people around and deprive people of their things. Me know say, enough of you have read the old story time, the great Jamaican novel with the smart man Ringo. Remember when they had the crab race? When they said the slowest crab win the final race. And the white man crab speed out and him think him crab win. But him not the air with the man say good so him better lend money. And Ringo take his man money and go celebrate. You see, it was three of them within the crab thing. And the white man went there for a swim and didn't make it. And Ringo didn't want to part the money. But the man said, Ringo, don't play with me today, you know. So you see, Ringo is one of the smartest men out there. Then again, it have Yawa, Mr. Callistus. You know what Callistus does? That Nigerian man. He airs down people's vehicle and he has his own jack and he tell them that, you know what, I can go for a jack. And when they offer him money up front, he would say, no, I don't want any money. But they would insist, and that is how Callistus gets paid. Then there is the big man who said that the ships said that you'd have to take the Java force before you go to the other islands. And that was not so. The ships never said that. The ship said that it was up to the big man to make that choice and the other islands. After I explain what Iso Lynch did this time, then you would make a judgment and tell us who you think is the smartest of all those men. You see, the allegations are that the officers were looking for Iso because him did the little thing and him run off, but them could not find him. But in the news, they said that Iso ended up in Grenada. They said that Iso was down there playing a church member, saying that he was a head of a church collecting monies. One lady said that Iso came to her, pleading and begging. His face was so innocent that she had to give him. The allegations is that they gave Iso thousands of dollars. But Iso took it and he was sipping Hennessy on the island. You have to take into consideration if Iso is a chameleon because he changes very often from police to pastor, from pastor to land surveyor to businessman. That's how Iso operates. A young lady that used to work with Iso told stories that Iso did open a bar and the men that he owed came looking for him. And every time Iso tell the girls them, you see if them come ask for me, tell them in the ear, please do that for me now. So one of the ladies said that one time the men came in looking for Iso and Iso was sitting around the bar. The men said, do you know a guy called Iso? And Iso said yes. I spot him in town 5 minutes ago. If you go now, you can see him. While the men were walking out, one of the men shot the fly up and Popo got eggs. They said that Iso packed his suitcase so fast that he left the bar open without looking back. So the girls were there, wondering how they were going to get paid. And no sight of Iso ever again. So they just had to leave the building and walk away without pay. Because the men were serious about Iso. Remember I did an episode about Ramikia? Iso is not that kind of thief. ISO does not go into houses and break houses and so forth. I've never heard that about ISO. ISO uses deception. The only man as good as ISO is Lester Smith, Mr. Tombstone. He uses deception as well. That man is as great as him. The allegations are that a Tombstone had some 60 something cases of jinx from the Bureau. But Tombstone is smart. He did not pay in cash because he did not have the money to pay for them. So what they said he did, he wrote a check. They say that the jinx are valued at $4,400. You are not talking about a simple $100 and $200, you know. You are talking about $4,400. But Tombstone is saying that the magistrate should check his passport because he was not in the country at the said time. Probably Tombstone have a twin. It is just like they are saying that $95 million is unaccounted for in St Vincent and the Grenadines. But they are saying it got to be some fault or something. You see, well, these business moguls over here got to be very intelligent. Because they can give account for their bitcoins and cryptocurrencies, but $95 million. It has to be something with the records then. That's what they are saying. It is like putting rats to watch cheese. You know the consequences and you know the end result, but you still put a rat to watch cheese. You think this is Ratatouille, and even in Ratatouille, the rats were stealing. You think this is Stuart Little, where you have a pet rat in the house. That doesn't work. There is a popular article circulating right now in the Jamaican news, in which a traffic police was taking money from people. You see, persons was reporting him all the time, but he got caught. You wanna know what he did wrong? He did a traffic stop, and he told the person that the offense in the court cost $2,000. But he said that, you know what? Just give me the 2,000, I can make that go away. But the person had $5,000. You know what those bills were? Those were marked bills. So they told him, go with the change, man. Don't worry. Take it for yourself. You know, that's all I have. Gone with it. So the police eventually caught up with him and got the marked bills from him. What the prosecutor is saying in Tombstone's case is that they wanted a checkbook. But I'm saying, how did the men that took the check from Tombstone made that happen? So that means they aren't able to tell a real check from a fake one. You know, it have some youths. You can't even trust them in your place at all. Every time you put down anything, it's gone. One thing with the elderly is, you know, they taught us when you go by a people place, keep your hands to yourself. It have some people, everything they see, they take up. They see a $5 there, they take it up. They see a $20 there, they take it up. What they don't understand sometimes people throw money just to see if you are a thief to try and catch you, and if you take the bait, then they know who you are. One thing I've noticed with Tombstone, this thing keeps going on and on and on. And you know, I came up with a solution to make it stop. So it seems like Tombstone is good at deception. You know, one of the companies that can do well with Tombstone, you see those insurance brokers, because remember when they are selling you something, they would polish it up to make it sound nice. And I guarantee that if one of those companies hire Tombstone, that their sales would increase tremendously. Because don't tell me you don't see what is going on. He gets locked up for something. Next month again, they are looking for him again. The other month again. So it will continue unless we put a stop to it. And the only how I see we can put a stop to it is to give him a job that he's good at. But they have to set up rules and make sure that he don't have access to any monies. The only monies he should have access to is when the Monday come and he receives his salary. And out of those starting salary, he should be made to pay back monies to all those who took monies from. Well, just imagine, the man is telling the magistrate that his name is Alistair Millington Smith when his name is Alistair Smith. That's how good the man is. The man is a living legend. Big ups to everyone who is locked on to Untold Stories. We thank you very much for subscribing. I'm out. Oh, I honestly forgot to shout out my friend Kamisha out in Orange Hill. Somebody said that things are in your favor, you are looking nice. I don't want to stir up any bacchanal, but somebody told me to ask you if you are walking with a Nemo. I don't know why.